Okay, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the City of Lowell Zoning Board of Appeals public hearing for March 10th. Just a few reminders and housekeeping. If you have a cell phone or electronic device, if you can just put it on silent or turn it off so it doesn't disrupt the meeting, it'd be appreciated. And then also you can join the meeting tonight here in person and through the phone and through Zoom by planning your DPD. Just wanted to make one quick announcement. There was a clerical error on 1201 Bridge Street. It was advertised for tonight's meeting, but it's going to be actually open to the public on the 24th of March. So we want to just, if anyone's here for 1201 Bridge Street, that hearing will be on the 24th of March, so the next one, not tonight.
Bridge Street, it says Liberty Street.
Yeah, I'm just making a quick announcement about Bridge Street. And then, anything else do we want to add, Mr. Ricker? Is that good?
Nope, that's good. Thanks.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, moving on to continued business. We have none. New business, we have ZBA-2025-5. The petition is special permit. Applicant is Polly Sean, property located at 230 Cumberland Road. The Lowell Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing to hear all interested persons relative to an application by Polly Sean to convert an existing laundromat to a professional office and service businesses at 230 Cumberland Road. The subject property is located in a traditional two-family TTF zoning district. The project requires special permit approval for section 4.5.2 to extend a non-conforming use and for any other relief required in the Lowell zoning ordinance. Oh, yeah. Good evening, ma'am. You want to just come to the lectern and just state your name? Yeah. State your name for the public record, your address, and just tell us about your project, okay?
Hi, my name is Pelly Sean, and this is for 230 Cumberland Road in Lowell, Mass. I recently acquired this property, and it was a laundromat, and I was hoping to convert it to just an office space for services in the area.
Okay.
One side would be a plumbing, just office, so very low traffic. We would probably meet once or twice a week, not even. And the other side would be more of a service area. I'm not sure. That's the plan.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, ma'am. We have nothing further. We'll open the hearing to the public. Anyone wishing to speak in opposition to this petition? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, if people want to just come up to the lectern and just state your name and address and just share anything you want to share. Yeah.
Hi, my name is
Good evening.
Mark Goulet.
Yep.
We're in a butter at 233 Cumberland Road, across the way. So we've been in that home for probably 80, 90 years. And there's a considerable amount of traffic, and our concern is that there are going to be, according to the documents, I believe 5 different office spaces, and they'll be rented out arbitrarily. One I think they spoke of was a plumbing company that would have meetings there, but wouldn't have any kind of stocking situation. But our concern is that, number one, there are already parking issues there, and there are permits that, my brother, who's still living in the house, is having a difficult time getting, and he's always had difficulty with people in the 3 stories and surrounding area parking in that area. So, I kind of object because I really just don't have enough information to make a sound decision as to, whether or not it would be acceptable. But right now, based on historic situations, it just doesn't seem like it's a viable situation. There's not enough parking space there to begin with.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for your comments. Madam, did you want to? Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
Like closing opposition?
Yeah. So let me just, if there's no one in opposition, we'll close that part of the hearing. Anyone here speak in favor of this petition? In favor? All right, seeing none, the public hearing is closed. We're going to open questions and comments to the board. The chair recognizes Mr. Prokop. Mr. Prokop, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like the applicant to respond to the earlier comments? Because you have something to say?
Yes, just should I face you? I don't know who to face. But we have 8 car, so that lot has private parking, and there's 8 spots, and that's just for 230 Cumberland Road. So we don't anticipate taking any of the off-street parking, or on-street parking rather. So ours is private. We do have, like I said, 4 parking spot, 8 total, 4 and 4. The plumbing business, again, it would just be more of an office for meetings. The guys would just meet maybe once a week. Again, it's just more for advertisement than anything. And then the other office space it's for service again, and they would be utilizing. I don't foresee them. It would be one owner that I'd like to rent out to, and they can choose who they'd like to rent the space out to, and that's if they do. But I don't see 8 parking spots being used up. Just because that's the traffic that I feel going back and forth.
Yeah, just, sir, one second. The public hearing is closed, so Mr. Prokop has the floor right now. If he wants to open it up to anybody, that's up to him.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Oh, yeah, I did drive by the lot, and I do see that there is 8 parking spaces. So you're saying that for tenant 1, there will be 4 parking spaces for their utilization?
It's not even going to be divvied up that way, because tenant 1 we wouldn't be there most of the time. That's the plumbing office for tenant 1. And if any of the parking space gets taken up, it would be me driving into it. It's our plumbing business, my husband and I.
Okay.
And I would be holding the meetings, and I'm not planning to go. I mean, we've had the business for 3 years, and again, it's more of a storefront to put up our sign and kind of show the people in the area that there is a plumbing business in the area. But it wouldn't be utilized it wouldn't primarily be used by the plumbing business.
Okay, so you're saying that there's no equipment, trucks and things of that nature?
No,
that's gonna be
we actually have a garage on Maple Street for the
Okay.
trucks, for all the equipment. This was strictly just an office space for
So
us.
it's just an office space for meetings?
Yes, and that would probably happen once a week at most.
Okay.
I'm thinking twice a month, or
Okay.
once every 2 weeks. And it wouldn't be an all-day event for the meetings. It would be a couple of hours.
Okay. And you are going to be renting to other tenants? I think what it says here is for entrepreneurship-type businesses?
Yeah, so I am thinking of renting to one person who probably does like beauty, and she can decide what she wants to do with the space.
Okay.
I don't have anyone at the moment, and that would be the plan.
Okay. So that this person would potentially have clients that would
Yes.
be coming in there?
That's where the 8 parking would be towards.
Okay.
And it is a mixed-use building. I have tenants upstairs, and they do not have cars. I'm part of a program through Elliott, and they have mental issues, so they don't drive. So the tenants wouldn't be utilizing it either.
Okay. So you say there's tenants upstairs?
Yes,
Okay.
1 in each.
Okay. 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 Do the tenants park in this space?
No, they don't have a car.
Oh, okay.
By law, they can't have a car.
By law, they cannot. Okay.
Yeah, they're in a program where they can.
Okay. I would like to hear what the abutter, you had a comment you'd like to make?
Yeah, I believe they said there's space in there for 5 different businesses, 5 different office spaces. Is that correct?
I don't think so. Yes, I would let her answer.
So the setup is, did you see the print?
I believe I did in the documentation.
There's only 2 real sides. One side is the common side,
Right.
and the other one is the side, and they install homes inside for them.
Right, so let's just take it for instance, if it becomes a nail business, then they're going to have clientele, and those clientele are going to need a place to park.
That is true, but the space is small, so it's not a big open nail salon.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
But, my concern is still, there are tenants who live upstairs. People coming to visit them are going to need a place to park if they come with automobiles. People coming to your meetings are going to need parking spaces, and what happens if it goes beyond the 8? Because if you have tenants who are using up 4, that leaves you 4. What happens if you have 5, 6, 7, 8 people coming? They're going to need to park somewhere, and that creates a problem.
And I understand that.
Yeah.
The tenants
But-
don't have parking, which is why it's essential.
Just,
Okay, thank you. Hello.
yeah,
Sorry.
if we could just address any comments to the person asking questions, okay?
Yeah. Okay. So back to the applicant. So you don't anticipate all 8 spaces being filled at the same time?
I most certainly do not anticipate it.
Because one, for your plumbing business, is just a meeting space.
Yes,
You have a second tenant who potentially would be having nails done, so forth.
yeah,
And would that be one person?
yes.
As the
I would-
renter?
The plan is to lease it to somebody, to one person, and they're going to do what they want with that space.
Right. So they will have a particular clientele, and essentially, if you are not there, they have 8 spaces to have clients.
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you. I mean, the fact that you have 8 spaces for this building is amazing in this point. The reason why I'm saying that is because Centerville has a parking problem like everywhere else. So the concern about the impact of having an individual there, I don't think I think it's minimal impact in my opinion, because it's not filled with businesses that's there for the whole day. That's what it sounds like based on what you're saying.
Correct.
It's just
In
for
and out.
meetings. There's no trucks there. Your equipment is somewhere else. From that standpoint, I mean, I think the fact that if you're doing renovation and you make the building look much better than it is, I mean, I think it would be a plus in the neighborhood, because right now it's vacant. Are you planning on construction on there?
So we did pull I spoke to Dave Fuller, we did pull a demo permit.
Okay,
So the answer is yes.
all right. So probably the impact to traffic is probably during that time of the construction, but,
So I think the traffic is more because of the apartment units on the sides, and they're taking my parking lot.
okay.
They're parking in my spot, my private lot.
Okay, so the apartment if you're facing the building to the left,
That one's definitely taken, and I believe my husband told me there was another apartment building
okay.
near there that he
Okay.
had to knock on the doors and ask people to move.
Okay,
the
so the
cars.
fact that there are other people that are parking in your space, at this point, when you have them move, they'll be probably impacting the parking to the abutters.
Yes,
But that's not
that's
your issue in that standpoint, because you have 8 valid spaces. From an implementation standpoint, I don't have a problem with, with your project. I think it'll be good for the neighborhood. I would hope that the abutters, can get to some kind of comfort as they see that you are,
yeah.
that you are being intentional in what you're trying to do, and you're trying to make sure and ensure that none of your business and your tenant's business impacts them. And I think that's all you can do at this point. I don't have any other questions, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Proko. The chair recognizes Mr. Briere. Mr. Briere, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I agree wholeheartedly with the comments offered by the Director of Economic Development. I will be supporting the petition. Nothing further. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Briere. The chair recognizes Mr. McCarthy. Mr. McCarthy, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to just ask, the current use of the building it's vacant, right? It was a laundromat, but it isn't being used as a laundromat.
Correct. The plan when we purchased it was to convert it to this, like for our plumbing business.
And how long has it been empty?
I believe, so I acquired it December. The person who acquired it before me had it, and I believe he told me he bought it in the summer.
So it hasn't been an active laundromat for
A few months.
10 months? A few, okay.
Yeah, for at least 6 months.
Yeah, right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it be an active business again.
Thank you.
And you satisfy the requirements for parking. So you're not here for parking relief, and we're not granting any relief for parking,
No,
right?
no,
And so you have 8 parking spaces.
yes.
Wonderful. And you're going to have 2 active businesses, which is wonderful. There is a nice thing to have, which is a shade tree. Would you be interested in providing, in the front of that property, you have these triangular shapes formed by the parking because it's angular parking? And we are in an area that has been gifted shade trees by the Gateway program for the state. And so I was just wondering if you'd be interested in participating in that program and providing a shade tree, which without losing any parking. You have room there to do that. And I'd like to make a condition that you work with DPD to provide a shade tree through the Gateway program.
A shade tree, can you, I don't.
A
I'm not-
tree?
Oh, a
that would-
tree.
Shade?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So would the city kind of
Yep, so they,
fund it all?
so you just have to allow them to do it on your land, and you have room in your parking area with a little triangle that's left over for the angled parking, and it would be on the street side.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it's for shade, I don't mind that. As
That'd be
long-
terrific, because it'd just be nice to start to alleviate heat island effect, which in the summer, the paved areas provide a lot of extra heat because they are not green, and they absorb heat and radiate heat. And so by providing shade trees, we alleviate some of that. And it's just a nice thing to do, and we should be trying to do that when we can, so.
Yeah. Do you have a specific side if you're looking at it? Is it the left or the right side?
I would suggest you do it on the right side, but again, I would work through DPD.
Okay.
You seem to have more room on that side to do it, and that area has less shade. There's a nice shade tree across the street, and it'd be nice if there was one on your property. So I'd like to make a condition that you work with DPD to provide a shade tree on your property on the street,
And it wouldn't impact the parking spots?
and it will not impact the
Perfect.
parking, right?
Oh, that's perfectly fine with me.
Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mrs. McCarthy. The chair recognizes the vice chairman, Mr. Callahan. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, through you, Mr. Chairman. I really don't have any concerns. It's just, the property's hasn't been operating for quite some time as a laundromat. I would imagine now with the new business going in, I think it sounds like it's going to be less impactful than a laundromat would be, where people are constantly going in and out, depending on what the hours of the laundromat are. Seems like the concern is the parking for the abutters and local residents, but it's your property. It's your parking. You can use it how you see fit. So I don't have any concerns about that. The one thing I will point out, and I probably would like to make this a condition, the property is owned, you own it as Happy Home Investments LLC. That's the way the property is owned. You filled out the application listing yourself personally as the owner.
Yes.
So, but the LLC is the owner. I know I looked at the
The owner.
Secretary of State, you're the manager and the resident agent, but technically speaking, it's the LLC that's the owner of the property. All I would ask is just to complete an amended application.
Oh, to write Happy Home instead of my.
Yeah, so
name?
list, under the section that says owner, it's Happy Home Investments LLC, and then you could list yourself as applicant, because
Okay, so
you
just
are
read-
applying on behalf of the LLC. So
Okay.
it's not it's just a,
Just
I know,
refill
Dylan,
it out.
Dylan, we've run into this a
correctly.
couple times, I noticed in the past that, we got to kind of be a little diligent on this about making sure that the proper owner is listed.
So is
on
it
the
the
applications.
special permit form? Is it the application that?
Yeah, the application you filled out, it said the land use
Yep.
main application. you listed Valley Sean as the owner.
Okay,
Um,
just put Happy Home
just-
instead,
Change that to Happy,
Home Investments.
just fill out another one, write amended on it, and just say the owner, Happy Home Investments LLC, same information, and then under the section applicant, there's a section, a couple lines down below, said applicant, then you can put your name on that.
Okay,
Because
perfect.
you're applying on behalf of
Happy Homes.
Happy Homes, so.
Okay.
So that would make that a condition of, the
Yes, I can do that.
approval conditioned upon the applicant submitting a amended main application listing the proper owner. And that's, other than that, I see no issues with this, so, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Callahan. Chair recognizes Mr. Hovey. Mr. Hovey, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you. As stated before, we're not here for parking. You meet the parking requirements. I do have a question, though. Do you still have the private parking signs? Are they still up against the?
Yes, but they're very faded. It's very dull.
Could
I'm
you-
going to put new ones.
Okay.
Yep.
And
I have.
and I would let the abutters there know that you are going to enforce that that's private parking. So anybody that's going to those businesses there have parking spots to alleviate some of that overflow. But we're not here for parking. That's not something we're taking into consideration because special permit's just for non-conforming use. And moving from a laundromat to a
Office space.
office space,
service.
maybe a nail salon. Yeah, I mean, it's not concrete, and that really has no play in what we're deciding here either. It's going to be an office space for all intents and purposes. So I have no problems with that, and I can support this. So good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hovey. Mr. Hovey, just, did you want that as a condition, sir, for the sign, or just?
She looks trustworthy. I think she's going to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Hovey.
I purchased it on Amazon, then I returned it because we have a lot in the laundromats. I can show you the Amazon.
Okay,
I'm trying to get people off the property too,
thank you.
but I can do that.
All right, Chair recognizes Mr. Nixon. Mr. Nixon, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Chair. I have no questions. I'm okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Shawn, I think this new business proposal you're asking for the conversion makes sense. Again, to my colleague's point, I think a laundromat is probably more intrusive in terms of traffic and flow and people in and out. Again, I know some abutters and neighbors are not happy, but again, you have adequate parking. So the only conditions we have are you're going to put a shade tree on the site, work with DPD to do that, and then just update, amend the application just to put Happy Home Investment LLC as the applicant owner. And you're okay with all the conditions we talked about?
Yes.
Okay.
Conditions. I just want to clarify with the tree. That's something they'll reach out to me for. Like, I don't mind doing it. I just don't know who's going
No,
to initiate it and stuff.
You have, I believe you have to reach out to DPD and meet with them.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Peter, that program is still running with the gateway cities to provide shade trees?
To my knowledge, it is
Yep.
still running. It would, there we have someone who works at the city who would be the best person, who we can refer you to, who works with them frequently.
Okay, so if you give me the contact info, I can call them and,
Yep.
do I just say shade tree program?
Well, you can, we'll give you the contact information for the person at the city who works with them, and you can let them know that you're interested in a shade tree for greeting the gateways, and they can let you know how to go about that.
Okay.
And like I said, they provide the shade trees for you for free.
Okay, do they have to like dig up the ground and stuff?
You'll have to, I think, open the asphalt in that one corner, I believe.
So I will have to pay for that part.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Well, just to clarify the condition, I mean, I don't think we're requiring her to get a shade tree just to work with DPD or work with the shade tree program, because if they come back and say, if they look at it and say, yeah, you can fit it in or you can't, then it's nothing she can do. really.
I agree. I think that you need to work with DPD to determine
Talk
that
to
this
them
is an
about it.
eligible site and that you can provide one, yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, perfect.
sounds good.
Thank you, ma'am. If there's no further comments, can we have a motion, please?
Through Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for ZBA 2025-5 for a special permit at 230 Cumberland Road to change the existing use from a laundromat to professional office and service business with the conditions as aforementioned.
All right, motion by Mr. McCarthy, second by the Vice Chairman. Can we have a roll call, please?
Chairman Peck,
Approve the conditions.
Vice Chair Callahan,
Approve with conditions.
Member McCarthy,
Approve with conditions.
Member Briere,
Approval.
Member Procope,
Approve with conditions.
Member Hovey,
Approve.
Member Nickerson.
All right, you've been approved, ma'am. Wish you the best of luck, okay? Yeah, good luck in your business. Yeah.
Yes, check it, DPT, Dylan, you don't have any extra blank applications.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yep, have a good night.
Have a good night. Thank you. All right, moving on to the next item on the agenda, we have ZBA-2025-6. A petition is a variance. Applicant is Kim Sang, property located at 180 Liberty Street. The Lowell Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing to all interested persons relative to an application by Kim Sang to add a takeout restaurant to the existing convenience store. The subject property is located in the traditional mixed-use TMU zoning district. Project requires variance approval for section 6.1 for relief from the minimum parking requirements and for any relief required in the Lowell's ordinance. We were in communication that this hearing for this petition is actually being continued to the 24th of March hearing as well. Just for the public record, this is the public notice that we know the notice regarding this petition. All right, can I have a motion to continue the matter to March 24th, please?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion for ZBA 2025-6 for a variance at 180 Liberty Street to be continued to March 24th, 2025.
All right, motion by Mr. McCarthy,
Second.
second by Mr. Procope. Can I have a roll call, please?
Chairman Peck,
Approve continuance.
Vice Chair Callahan,
Approve continuance to March 24th, 2025.
Member McCarthy,
Approve continuance to March 24th, 2025.
Member Briere, Member Procope,
Approve continuance to March 24th, 2025.
Member Hovey,
Approve.
Member Nickerson.
All right, the matter's been approved. We continue to March 24th. All right, on to other business. We have minutes for approval for February 24th, 2025. Any edits, comments by my colleagues? Seeing none, can I have a motion to approve the minutes, please?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of February 24th, 2025.
All right, motion by Mr. McCarthy to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second by the Vice Chairman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say nay. The ayes are unanimous. The minutes are approved. Any other comments before we adjourn tonight?
I hope everybody has a wonderful, fantastic, and festive St. Patrick's Day.
Agreed. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman.
Thank you.
All right, no further comments. Can I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Through you, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
All right, motion by Mr. McCarthy to adjourn.
Second.
Second by the Vice Chairman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed say nay. The ayes are unanimous. We are adjourned. Thank you and good night, folks.